Howdy, 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 my beautiful Scorpio. How are you doing, darling? My name is SimplyVelca, and today I'm going to be doing your weekly tarot horoscope reading for October 2021, my beautiful Scorpio. So if you find some cards that resonate with you in this weekly reading today, be sure to let me know in the comments below which cards resonate with you and how, Scorpio, because that is how I keep up with y'all, is through the comments as well. Scorpio, remember, it does not matter what you identify as, whether it's he, she, they, them, anything inside or outside of that spectrum, darling. What you identify as is no one's business but your own, darling, right? So if these cards are going to resonate with you, darling, they're going to resonate with you. Also, keep in mind, I am just a man reading some tarot cards to you. You know your situation better than ever possibly could, Scorpio. So take the cards that resonate and leave what doesn't, Scorpio, because I'm not going to be offended by it whatsoever. I believe tarot cards are just here to give you some food for thought for today, a perspective to consider, but never making choices in your life, Scorpio. So also, if you enjoy this tarot reading today, or you just enjoy my vibe for today, Scorpio, I would really appreciate it if you were to give this video a like and subscribe, because it does help me out a lot, and I always appreciate it when you guys do that extra step to support me in that way, and it's completely free to do. So Scorpio, before I jump into this reading, I just want to remind y'all that I am running a 20% off discount on my website right now for personal readings and other services on my website. I always leave all the information to that down below in the comments, so be sure to check that out as well. But let's just jump into your weekly tarot horoscope reading, my beautiful Scorpio. Let's see what's going on for y'all, darlings. But first and foremost, honey, we got to get into your little vibe check for this week, little tarot forecast, and see what's going to be going on and just the general direction on where things are going to be going for you, Scorpio. You guys have the Fool card, Scorpio. Come on now, my favorite tarot card in the major arcana, and just in general, really. The Fool card is definitely you guys are stepping into a new journey, Scorpio. I see you guys definitely, I don't know why, it's just showing like a new car for some of you Scorpios. Maybe some of you Scorpios are going to be getting a new car. Maybe some of you guys are going to be jumping into like a new career path, or even just like a living situation. I just feel as if you guys are in the process, Scorpio, of jumping into something just entirely new. And I keep on talking about jumping into because it also, by definition, the Fool card represents a leap of faith, Scorpio. So keep that in mind as well. This is just going to be a week of chances, darling. A week of chances, but chances that definitely pay off for you, Scorpio. So let's get into this reading for you now, darling. We have the Six of Pentacles coming in for you with the Five of Cups, as well as the, I almost called this Wheel of Fortune, the World card coming in for you, Scorpio. So you guys definitely have walked away, Scorpio, from something in your life that was definitely long standing. Some of you Scorpios may have felt drawn to, like, if you felt drawn to it, I feel like you guys are in the process of doing it, if you haven't already, of just being like, you know what, I don't want to work at this job anymore, I'm done with it. I don't want to be in this connection anymore, I'm done with it. You're walking away from it. I feel as if you guys are just walking away from something that there's some history here, Cancer, some history here, especially with that World card. Maybe at one point, as I do see at one point, it did provide for you, especially with that the Six of Pentacles, Scorpio. It definitely did provide for you, but it's now at this point where it's just like maybe too much has happened. Too much has happened in your own life, where your own life has just changed oops, girl, dropping my own cards. Your direction and like where you wanted to see your future, Scorpio, has just drastically changed, right? You know, something has definitely just run its course. Something that is something just no longer serves you, Scorpio, I feel, and now you're just taking the direction of transitioning on from that. So let's see here. We have the Ten of Wands here because it does just provide a lot of heaviness to you at this point. It feels almost as if Scorpio, that it just has been more so just dealing with like heaviness more than anything actually positive for you at this point, Scorpio. Maybe there's just been this sense of obligation in terms of keeping this connection going is something that I'm feeling. The Hierophant as well. Yeah, this is definitely, I feel as if you guys, like, this wasn't an easy choice for you Scorpios to do. I feel this wasn't easy for you guys to do because it's like, again, I just see such a long-standing commitment that you had towards this, Scorpio. Maybe you were just really hopeful for this thing to be working out in a specific type of way for you, Scorpio. I feel as if like this decision didn't happen overnight, and this decision wasn't easy for you to make. So it kind of leads me to believe that it's just like, maybe it's just from the past, it just served you a lot, or it just felt deeply to you. But even now, I do feel as if you care about it still. Nine of Swords, but it still spooks you out a little bit, Scorpio, in the sense of, how do we put this? It's like, this is the right thing to do for yourself, Scorpio, but at the same time, it just freaks you out because you just haven't had to, like, this is just completely new in your life. It just shows, as you're like, for some of you Scorpios, again, I keep on seeing as if like you guys are just drastically changing career paths, or leaving a connection, whether it's romantic or platonic or work related. You guys are leaving something that, it's one of those situations where it's just like, it sounds corny, right? But it's just like one of those things of being like, it's not you, it's me. But at the same time, they are actually the problem, but it's not as if like they can help being that problem, being that heavyweight, if that makes sense, Scorpio, is something that I feel for you guys. You have the, you have the new moon in Scorpio, your moon as Scorpio, working through your fears. So, this is a message while it's like, while you are shivering in your boots, darling Scorpio, and it's okay to admit it. It's okay to admit that you're nervous about the situation. It's okay to just, because you're walking into the unknown, darling. You're walking into the unknown. And so it's just like, naturally, when you walk into that unknown, it's just like you're out of your comfort zone. But as I had been telling some of the other zodiac signs, Scorpio, it's like, when you're out of your comfort zone, that's when you really want to be the most celebratory, because nothing fabulousness happens when you're inside your comfort zone. You don't push yourself. You don't push your boundaries. You don't create anything new that can be majorly impactful in your life, Scorpio, without leaving that comfort zone. So, you taking this new step into this new journey, as well, because does this have the number 0 on it? It does. So in the Fool, the Fool starts out the major arcana. The Fool starts out the storyline that it is. That's why it's associated with the number 0. So it's like stepping into a whole new chapter, a whole new journey in your life, Cancer. Why am I calling you Cancer? Scorpio. Because it's like, and that just, whenever I just see newness for you, Scorpio. I see just a lot of new. And now keep in mind, Scorpio, like, I'm not chastising you guys at all, Scorpio. Like, for me personally, whenever I used to be an extremely anxious person. Sometimes I still am. But whenever I like took a leap of faith several years ago and quit my old job and moved to California, I sound like a cliche, but started my life in trying to become a professional tarot reader. I mean, look at me now, darling, right? It pays off. But the night before me leaving, I threw up so much from just anxiety and freaking out that I was dry heaving. Like, it was intense, Scorpio. So I understand it entirely. You have the Manatee card. Accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. So maybe for some of you Scorpios, I see you guys a little bit, perhaps just over analyzing the situation just because you cared about this a lot. You're just like, oh, well, maybe I can change this up. Maybe I can change them. Maybe it's something wrong with me. Maybe there's something I can do. Like, I feel as if you're taking on a lot of the responsibility on yourself, Scorpio. And I feel as if it's one of those messages where it's just like, darling Scorpio, like, accept it for what it is. You can't change it. This is really, this is destined for you, Scorpio. This is what things have been building up for you for a while now. And I know this because it's like, that's the, those are the cards I've been getting for you guys for some time now, Scorpio. Is where it's like, I've been sensing that you guys are going to be making a big jump and making a big transition in y'all's lives. So now let's just look at some of the good things that are coming into you guys' life, into y'all's lives rather. Y'all like how I like corrected myself to be more country. I was like, no, you guys is nice. Like, nope, y'all. As if you guys was the wrong way verbiage. I digress. Knight of Pentacles coming in here. And I always like to say, before I even get into any of the other cards, Scorpio, the Knight of Pentacles, it's the slowest moving knight, but it's the knight that makes the most ground. And it's the knight that I actually probably enjoy the most, even more than the Knight of Cups, because the Knight of Pentacles is the one that's going out into those uncharted territories, Scorpio. They are the ones that like make those leaps and bounds. It may take them a while, right? But it's only taking them a while because they're going into new territory. They're leaving their comfort zone. 7 of Swords here. And then we have the 9 of Wands coming in for you, Scorpio. So I see for you guys, it's like, how do I want to put this, Scorpio? The good things in the works for you guys is like what it is that you've been managing now. I feel like that's been putting just a lot on your plate. Again, even like how I was noticing with like you were putting so much on yourself, Scorpio, and taking all the responsibility for yourself and being like, all right, like what can I do to change this? What can I do to improve on this? And I just feel as if, Scorpio, you guys are just taking the fault on something for too much. You guys are putting something on yourself too much, or the pressure on yourself for too much, when really, if other people are involved in this situation, even if they don't, even if there isn't, like, just ask yourself the question of, if you're like, why do you feel as if like you're lacking something or you're not doing enough of something, Scorpio? It's just like, no, this is just how life is, darling. Life is sometimes messy. Life is sometimes, life is just life, right? And I feel as if it's going to be a specific message for some Scorpios, but some of you Scorpios have been in a gaslighting relationship. Whether it's in your family, romantic, friendships, some of y'all are just in a gaslighting connection in y'all's lives, and they may not be intentionally doing this, darling, right? I want to make that very clear. But it's just like you have some connection in your life that you're just so used to just being like taking the fault for, taking all the responsibility on for both you and this other person or persons, that it's just like that's become like your habit at this point. And I want you guys to step away from that, Scorpio. You have the Knight of Pentacles coming in again for you in this situation, with the King of Cups as well as the Ten of Swords coming in here. So Scorpio, I want to point out, not only are you having the Knight of Pentacles coming in twice for you, darling, but you have the King of Cups here with this Ten of Swords. This speaks a powerful message, Scorpio, in that it's like, while it's rough for you to walk away from this, it's like you say goodbye to this situation and then you go on to that, you board your airplane, and it's just like the moment you sit down and board that airplane and start finally leaving, taking off from the situation, you realize just how much of a stress relief this actually becomes for you. So while this entire time, this build-up process up until this point, Scorpio, you've been stressing out about it. Once it actually happens, you're going to be like, holy crap, I did not realize like how much this was actually impacting me in a negative way, how much it was actually weighing me down. And I feel like it's just very healing for you, Scorpio. It's just, I'm being shown the Four of Swords, a lot of imagery just coming in here. That's why I kind of just started like blanking out for a moment, because I'm just like, okay, like let me control these what's coming in now. But yeah, Scorpio, I just see a situation where it's like, it's a tough choice. It's like, definitely you did not want to have to be put to this position, but it's like, now that it's here, you gotta just do it. And I know that you guys know that you have to do that. So let's just give these cards to Miss Barbara Walters, darling, and to Miss Aretha Franklin. And then now, Scorpio, let's get into your spirit guide and ancestral messages for this week. You have the Page of Pentacles coming in here. Makes sense when you have that Knight of Pentacles. King of Wands. With the Hanged Man coming in here. So while you are on this journey, right, let me just continue on with that analogy of boarding that airplane, right? When you board that airplane and you walk away from that old situation after you say your goodbyes with that situation, the world opens up for you. Your perspective changes, darling, and just like what it is that you want out of life, where you want to see your future, everything changes. And then with that Page of Pentacles coming in for you, this could be the card of communication for you, Scorpio, because that's, Page of Pentacles, someone extending their pentacle out to you. So it could be someone communicating with you, someone new, but it also could be just like a new, how would you put this, Scorpio? Like a new, a new energy for you to invest in. It's like a new interest for you to develop in. So for some of you guys, it might be a new hobby for you to delve into. It might be a new job for many of you guys, actually, is something that I'm getting as well. You have the Three of Wands coming in for you, Scorpio. So definitely movement. I really do see movement. Ace of Swords coming in, movement. And it's like, again, I feel like for a lot of you Scorpios, you're changing drastically what it is that you are doing with your life, right? For some of you guys, you may have been just trying to push for this like bougie life, and then now you're going to become more of a minimalist. Maybe for some of you guys, you're like a lawyer or something more corporate, and then you're transitioning on to just like weaving baskets. I don't know why that came in, or just opening up like your own cooking place or what have you. It's something just very like drastic in this way, where it's just, I don't know, it's interesting to me. I like it though. And then you have the Queen of Swords coming in here. So the storyline that I'm getting for you guys, Scorpio, is where it's just like you guys are just on the journey of really finding you're doing some soul seeking. You're finding more, you're learning more about yourself, or you're really tapping into a new facet of yourself is really what I want to say. Because I feel like this part of yourself has just kind of been sleeping, Scorpio. This is a part of yourself that you haven't really dabbled into, or maybe even thought that you would or consider even actually doing at one point in your life. You have the polar bear card rather, which says stand up for yourself, Scorpio, and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to the outcomes. I'm just now remembering your last week's reading, Scorpio, where I was talking about where I noticed some energy in your life as you found yourself more, Scorpio. It's as if some other connection that was involved in your life, who you really cared about, they didn't actually like you for you, Scorpio. They liked you because of what it is that you provided for them, and how they could like have you change, or like how much of a people pleaser you were towards this person. They liked what it is that you could be, they could make you fit for their life, but not actually having you be your most empowered self. Does that make sense? You have the new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. So you guys definitely need to speak your piece with something, Scorpio. I feel like before you jump board onto that plane and take off, you need to just get everything off of your chest, Scorpio. You really need to seek closure with the situation, speak it all, and then just, again, have no attachment to that outcome, Scorpio, because it's like you're not going to ever see them again. And I feel as if you need to have that closure. Or, let's take it the other side, Scorpio. If it's like this person says, if it is a person, or is, whatever the situation is that you're walking away from, give them that final chance and being like, hey, this is what I want. You're not budging from it. You're going after this specific thing. This is where you see your path. This is where you see your future, and if they're able to align with that, then that's perfect. But if they're not, don't fight in the sense of trying to change the outcome, or trying to, settle what it is, downgrade what it is that you're wanting out of life. That just means that some type of cycle in your life you've outgrown. That means like you take this exit, and that this person continues on their highway, right? It's like, it's one of those things to just accept. Like some people just accepting that paths are just divulging right now, or rather splitting off. So now let's get into your social reading now, Scorpio. We have the King of Pentacles coming in for you, with the Two of Pentacles stepping forward as well. Can we get another Pentacle energy, Scorpio? And the Strength card coming in. You guys, Scorpio, have been getting the Strength card a lot, darling. I do see for many of you guys, the person that I'm tapping into, this is what it is that you're walking away from. I feel as if this energy here helps logistically somehow for you guys with that King of Pentacles. I see for you guys, maybe this is like someone that you helped earn some money with you, or maybe you lived with them, Scorpio. So definitely wouldn't surprise me if it was family. This is an energy that it just progressively became too much for you, Scorpio. Too much in the sense of just like, keeping them involved in your life, which it just is like weighing you down too much, like you had to manage too much, or just like juggle too much to make this person just maintain relevancy in your life now. And I feel as if you guys are just walking away from a connection. Maybe if even it might just even be the idea of somebody, Scorpio, where it's just like you're telling yourself and being like, you are not providing what it is I need you to provide anymore. That's what you're saying, Scorpio. And it's just like, you can't keep changing your life. You can't keep stacking more on your plate to help this other person's life. You have to, at some point, do something for yourself. Maybe for some of you guys, you just are just like, it's like you can't continue caring about a situation that just isn't providing where it needs to provide. Because you've been really patient with this Temperance card. You've been extremely patient with this energy. You've been really trying to just like wait for your time in regards to this. Maybe for like you guys, Scorpio, you were trying to be patient in regards to maybe their change or what have you. Hanged Man, though, things just change up. Life changes up, Scorpio, and I just see you guys outgrowing this person. I see you guys just wanting different things in life now. I see you guys just being more so interested in attracting energy that actually just is more actually fitting for you, rather than you having to walk on eggshells with a situation, or you having to constantly supplement for something that this other connection is lacking, or what have you. So yeah, that is the weekly reading that I have for you, Scorpio. As I readjust again, hopefully you found some cards that resonated with you, Scorpio. If you did, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe. Remember, I am running a 20% off discount for my readings on my website. I always have the coupon linked down below in the pinned comments, so be sure to check that out if you want to. And also look at my social medias, TikTok and Twitter. Not Twitter, darling. I gave up on Twitter. TikTok and Instagram, darling, which is just SimplyVelca. But yeah, I love you so much, Scorpio, and hopefully I can connect with you sometime in the near future. Bye.